Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. At the end of the video yesterday, I was talking about self-realization. So today I want to talk about self-realization and why it's so important. I'm not really scripting these, planning these out. We're just letting them flow and see where they go. But I think it's important to talk about self-realization. What exactly is self-realization? It's knowing who you really are beyond the thoughts, beyond the opinions, beyond these stories. It's really diving into our true self, the divine essence within us. And most of the world does not live in this space. They live in separation, division, which creates a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. And stress creates so many health issues. 90% of health issues are stress related. And that happens when you're caught up in the mind, forgetting who you really are. And it's not a difficult process. I had a 5-minute day practice to discover who I was, but I didn't know that I was doing that. It's pretty much like the Eckhart Tolle story. When he kept saying when he was depressed and really feeling down and out, I can't live with myself. I can't live with myself. Then he stopped himself one day and he said, who's the I can't live with? Oh, the I is that mental chatter, that mental story. And for me, it was discovering I had thoughts, but it was not my thoughts. And when I was suicidal in my 20s, I took that thoughts as true and nearly killed myself twice. Life was too hard. Life was too difficult. All this pain, all this sadness, it was just too much. But then I got that mental story out of the way. I stopped believing it as my truth, that thoughts are not facts. Thoughts are relative to your perspective. So my practice was just learning to be here. Mind thinking, where are my feet? Mind thinking, where are my feet? It was really that simple of remembering who I was. And that's self-realization, is just knowing who you are, but not an intellectual knowing. It's a deep, deep knowing that you are spirit, soul, consciousness, whatever it is for you. And the way you can tell you've reached this state, if you will, is a sense of peace, a sense of calm, just a deeper knowing that all is well, all is in perfect order. Even when there's all chaos around you, you still have this sense of peace, just a deep sense of peace that everything's okay. I don't understand what's going on right now, but yet I know everything is okay. I can't explain it, just things are okay. And I see lots of teachers out there that are adding more noise, more head trash, and that's not helpful. I tell people that I don't chase thoughts with more thoughts. Like when I work with clients, it's more about being still and showering them in this presence that clears away that head trash. And the best way I can explain it is I just merge with them into consciousness and spirit and soul, that we get the mind out of the way and we unite in consciousness. Then we can make the inner match the outer. And that's how my body got back into harmony. My doctors cannot explain how I got rid of multiple sclerosis. I got rid of bipolar, arthritis, migraines. All these ailments were of the body, and a body out of alignment with who we really are, this spirit, this divine essence. I got so hung up in my stories. I was sick for 38 years. Now I'm all about self-care, making my self-care a priority. Before I was always chasing and doing, not listening to myself. What was best for me? Only I knew what was best for me. My spirit inhabited this body. I know it the best. But we don't know it the best if we're caught up in the mind, the stories, and we can't hear the whispers, our own insights, our own intuition, if we're all caught up in the noise. The mind is a buzzsaw of noise. but to realize underneath all that noise is peace. Just like music, when you listen to a song, there's pauses in the music, otherwise just be a buzzsaw of noise. And your spirit is the same way. It's always that sense of peace that is there. It's always there. Find the peace underneath all that noise, that you ultimately know what's best for you. But we just have to quiet. We just have to settle down. And it will be okay that we get into all this busyness, all this chasing. And we don't need to chase. We need to be open to receive the divine goodness that's within all of us, that there's no competition. We are united in consciousness. That's what I was talking about yesterday, that we have all this division, all this separation, and all this self-hate toward ourselves, all this judgment and criticism. Well, what do you think that does in the body when you're full of judgment and criticism of yourself? For me, I was constantly saying, you're not good enough, you're not deserving, you're not worthy, you're not doing this and that, constantly mentally beating myself up. And know what happened? I created the perfect inner environment for autoimmune diseases. So I had the multiple sclerosis, I had the psoriasis, I had the psoriatic arthritis. When we got rid of all that division within me and all that self-hate talk, those diseases went away. No one can explain that. It defies logic. But the inner environment was no longer supporting that. It was calm and peaceful. I no longer allow my mind to push me astray, if you will. So this was just my daily ramblings here. So just let me know if you have questions, comments. What are you curious about? Because there's too much noise out there and we just need to be still. What's best for us? So make sure you take that time for you each day to sit quietly, to be here, not lost in a daydream, but just be here. Fully be here in this moment. Where are your feet? Where are you sitting? What do you hear? Then once you're really here, that's where it gets fun. That's where you learn manifestation, to manifest from this deeper place. Just reminds me, like in the movie The Secret, most people, it doesn't work for most people. They didn't come home to who they really are, that manifest from that place. You're just trying to manifest from the busy mental noise of the mind, and the mind filled with all the subconscious beliefs that don't serve you. So your manifestation results are all mixed and all over the place, and you're not getting that which you really desire, a happy, successful life. Whatever that means to you, that success, it's personal. Are you living life on your terms? That's success to me. Or you could say, for me, really success is I'm breathing today. I'm alive. I have another opportunity to experience this day. Isn't that a beautiful thing that we get to experience this day with no demands, no requirements, that it has to be a certain way? Because that's how the mind is always demanding, judging, really giving a lot of resistance into life, a lot of pushing, demanding, as opposed to allowing. That's when the magic happens, when you allow yourself to receive the abundance of the universe. They don't need to force your way. You don't need to force your will. You can just relax. And Abraham Hicks talks about this. The most important thing we can do is feel good, to be in the right vibration. It's not about action. It's being in the right vibration. It's being aligned with who we really are, and not all these stories and demands of the day. That's not serving us. That's not supporting us. So I'd love to hear your comments. Thanks for your subscribes, your like, your support. Because I'm going to just be doing this daily ramble each day, just talking about life. Talk about news articles that I see that come across. I don't watch the news anymore, but I see some headlines. But don't dive into the articles. I just see. I just realize everything that we're seeing, all the wrong in the world, is from separation, us versus them. But no one is right, no one is wrong. They're just all caught up in the mind, forgetting who we really are, this divine, perfect spirit, this divine essence. So I try to keep these videos around 10 minutes. That's why I'm just looking at the time here. Or I can just ramble for hours. I think you'd be kind of bored if I just rambled for hours. So just 10 minutes of my insights of what I'm experiencing in the world. But just take good care of yourself. Thursday will be the meditation, so I'll go record that now so it's ready for Thursday. Well, take good care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon.